Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tony, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make a UI Neumorphism design. This particular design. So this design, I made this design with 25 shades of green. That means different shades of green, 25 shades of green. So this is an UI Neumorphism design made with 25 shades of green. So let's get started right away, but please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification button to get more videos, to get an alert for more video. Thank you so much. So let's get into it right away. So this is a blank page, another page, and I have set my frame, and the next thing I want to do is to add a fill. So I'm going to add a fill, like the background color. So I'm going to come here. This is the current background fill, which is white 5FFF. So I'm going to set my background fill now, which is 2. The color I use is 282828. Yes, so this is the background fill. So let's proceed. The next thing is I'm going to come to my shape and pick the rectangle shape. So I'm going to pick the rectangle shape, then I'm going to draw my rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to adjust the size by coming here and say 40 by 300. 40 by 300. So that's the size of my shape. That's the dimension of my shape. Then I'm going to make the corner radius. So I'm going to come here and set. You can either drag it like this till it gets to your desired distance, but I'm going to set it to 40. So this is my corner radius, which is 40. You can see. So the next thing is I'm going to set this particular shape to the exact color of the background. The exact color of the background. So I'm going to come here. This is the current color, but I'm going to change it to the color for the background. So I'm going to say 282828, which is the background color. You can see we cannot differentiate between the shape now and the background, but if I bring my mouse over it, then I can see it. So I'm just going to click on it now. So the next thing is we are going to be adding effects to this particular shape. So I'm going to come to my effects. You can see the effects here. Effects. So I'm going to add one effect. Okay, immediately I add the effects, you can see there's a little bit different from the shape and the background because we have an effect on it now. So I'm going to adjust this effect now. So I'm going to come here and adjust it. The first adjust I want to make is I'm going to make the x -5, then the y also -5, then I'm going to make the blur 5, just 5, not -5. So the x is going to be -5, the y is going to be -5, then the blur is going to be 5. So I'm going to set the color for this. So I'm going to pick one of the color here, which is this. So I'm going to pick this color, this particular color, which is 5C. You can see it's a 5C. So I'm going to go back to my effect and add that color. So I'm going to say, come here and say 5C. Then I'm going to make the percentage 100. Good. So the next thing now is to add another effect. So I'm going to come here and click on this plus icon again to add another effect. So I'm going to, now we had another effect here. So I'm going to adjust this. This time I'm going to be using 10. So the x is going to be 10, the y is going to be 10, and the blur is also going to be 10. Okay, so you can see that. So I'm going to set a color for this also, which is this particular color, which is 0E. So I'm just going to copy this just to be sure. Then I'm going to click on my shape, then come to the next one, which is this. Then I'm going to paste it here. Then I'm still going to make this 100. Perfect. Now we have a perfect So now I'm going to make those two effects inner shadow. So I'm going to come here and say inner shadow, then I'll also make this inner shadow. You can see we are gradually arriving at our effect. So I'm still going to add more effect, two more effects. So I'm going to come here and say add. This time around I'm going to say -5, -5, then 5. So the x is going to be -5, the y is going to be -5, then the blur is going to be 5. Then I'm going to add this color to it now. So the color is CE, C, as you can see, CE, C. So I'm just going to copy this, then I'll click on my shift back, then come here and paste the color code. You can see, yeah. So I'm going to make this 5%. So I'm going to reduce it to 5%. Yeah, then I'm going to add one more effect. So I will say one more. Then I'm going to say 10, 10, 10. This time around I'm going to be using the same color. So I'm going to copy this. You can see this particular one, which is 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. I'm going to copy it, then add it to my last effect and paste it here. Then this time around I'm going to make this 73. I'm going to increase this to 73. Yeah, so we have our effect. One more thing before we are done with this. So I'm going to come to the stroke, which is more like an outline. I'm going to come to the stroke and I will just add one stroke. Then I'll make the stroke 2, just make it 2. Then the color will be the background color. So I'm just going to see, you can see the fill color is 282828. Perfect. So we have our perfect bar neumorphism effect. So I'm going to duplicate this into 5 places before we proceed. So I'm going to click on, for those on Windows, I'm just going to say Ctrl D. Then I'll move this. Then I can replicate it 5 times. Just Ctrl D, Ctrl D. Now we have our bar neumorphism design. So the next thing now is to make the fill design, the color bars. So I'm going to come here and pick my rectangle shape again. So I'm going to pick my rectangle shape again and I'm going to set it like this. Then this time around I'm going to make this the width 36. Then you can set the height to your preferred height. I'll just say 180 here. Then I'm going to make the corner radius 40. Fine. So now we are going to add 2 effects, just 2 layers of effects to this one. So I'm just bringing it here. Then I'll come to effect. Then I'll say drop effect. Then here I'm going to say 4, 4, 8. So the x is going to be 4, the y is going to be 4, then the blur is going to be 8. Then I will add this color, this particular color here, 403C36. I'm just going to copy it. Then I'll add it here. And make it 100. Good. Then I'm going to add another effect. Then I'll make this also 4. This one is going to be -4, -4, then 8. So the x is going to be -4, the y is going to be -4, then the blur 8. Then I'll now make the color. Yes, this is the exact color that I want it to be. This is black 0000. Then I want 25%. So I'm going to make one of this an inner shadow. So I'll just come here and say inner shadow. you can see we have the effect for the inner shadow. So the next thing now is to drop my colors, which is the 25 shade of green. So for each bar we are going to be having 5 shades of green, 5 shades of green for each bar. So I have my colors shades saved already, so I'm going to be adding them one after the other. You can see I have the color shade here, so I have 5 shades of green, 1, 5 shades of green, 5 shades of, so I have them saved. So I'm going to come here, come to my fill, and come to this icon here. Then I'll pick the first one. You can just use your desired color. If you want to see the effect for this now, I can just say this is it. You can see this is the effect for this. I have a linear method, and I had the 5 shades. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5 for each. So I'm going to close this now, then bring this here. You can see one more thing. I'm going to make this blur, this stroke, I'm going to make it more like something really like a 5C 5C. I don't want it to be black entirely. Then I'm going to bring it here. So I'll just adjust it, zoom on it and adjust it properly. So I'm going to zoom on it. Let me change the, okay, so we're going to do the next shade. So I'm just going to duplicate this, then move it here. Then I can adjust this up a little. Then I'll use my next color, which is this. Then I can copy this, duplicate it, then bring it here, and I can adjust it. Then I can duplicate this again, bring it here. Then I'll add my 4th shade, which is this. Then I can duplicate this, bring it here. Then I can add my 5th shade, which is this. So you can see I have 5 shades for each. And if I click on this now, you're going to see the shade for this. So if I click on this, you see the shade for this. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 shades of green for each. So let me zoom in back. Yeah, we have our design. I can adjust it as I want. Now, so the last thing is more like the button on it. So I'm just going to come here and pick this circle shape. Then I'll draw it. Then I'll just make this 36 by 36. So okay, I'll give this the background shade also, which is 28, 28, 28. Then I'll add an effect. So I'll just drop an effect. So the effect is going to be -5, -5, and 5. So the X is going to be -5, the Y is going to be -5, then the blur is going to be 5. So that would be the button. Then I'll move it here. Just move it here properly. Then move it on each of. So I'll just duplicate it. I'll move it on each. Duplicate it. I'll move it on each. So I'll move it on this, and I can zoom in to adjust it properly. So let me zoom in to adjust it properly. So I just zoom in and adjust this properly. Yeah, so this is all about the UI Neumorphism design with 25 shades of green. So I can highlight all this and decide to group them together. So I'll just highlight it by hovering my mouse over it, then right click, then see group selection. Now we have our design, our perfect design. So this is all for this tutorial. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click on the notification button, and share this video with others so that YouTube can show my video to more people. Thank you for watching. Bye.